Chevy Silverado engine oil cooler line replacement. The engine oil cooler line is located one from the radiator on the driver's side, on the passenger side here. That's the hose right here. Go to the left rear of the engine. Left rear of the engine. Unfortunately, those things like to leak. I've replaced a lot. Doesn't matter if you have a Silverado, a Tahoe, Suburban, GMC lineup, they all have the same issue. They use the same cooler line, they all leak between 2014 to 2019 and in 2020 for some Tahoe and Suburban. They all like to leak, unfortunately. It will need to be replaced eventually. So it's located down there. To get access to it, I'm going to remove the airbox here, the airbox and the air intake. Let's remove the PCV hose here first. Here you go. Let's remove that 8mm here and loose that one up too, so you can take this thing out. I have the intake off. You guys can see it a little bit better. That's the engine cooler line. It's leaking. So now let's take the airbox out. Let's unplug the master flow sensor first. There you go, out of the way, and you pull the airbox just like this from this side. There it is. It's out. Now let's remove the C-clip that hold the oil cooler line in place. There's a C-clip. Let's put this cover here. As you guys, there's a C-clip here. You need to remove it. You can use a regular 90-degree angle pick to get it out. Just like this. It's loose already. Get it off. Now when you pull it out, it will leak some oil. Just wiggle it out. There you go. I'll put the cap on so it doesn't leak everywhere. Just like that. And we'll do the same thing at the bottom. This one here. Take the C-clip out and put the cap on it. Now let's go under the vehicle so we can take down the underbody shield so you can have access to the lines. As you guys can see, oil still leaking from the lines. I have a container here so it doesn't make a mess. So let's remove the underbody shield. It is held by 4 15mm. Those here all around it. We're gonna use this screwdriver like this. We're underneath the vehicle now. Let's use this screwdriver to disengage this clip here. So use this screwdriver. Split it open. Alright, the whole thing comes out. It's not that big of a deal. You get it open like this. Right? Now the oil cooler lines are free. Let's put this back into place. Right here. Now we're working our way back. I got the oil cooler line loose from on the front. Now we're going to drop the front differential here. Not take it out, by the way, just drop it. You're gonna take out those two 18mm here. There's one here, one down there. Take them off. The differential will drop. You won't go down all the way, by the way, because of the CV holding it in place, and the subframe, the frame here, it's just gonna drop a little bit. So let's take it out. It's an 18mm. So the differential drop. As you guys can see, it doesn't go any further than that. It's just held by the CV axle and the frame here. So you got it loose. We need to get access to a 10mm here on top. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see it. There is a 10mm behind that harness here. You guys can see the stud sticking out. So we need to remove that. You hold the oil cooler line in place to the engine block. Let's remove that. It's a 10mm nut. I'm using my Milwaukee electric ratchet with a swivel and a long, deep 10mm so I can take it out. It's loose right now. So you can use a regular hand ratchet to take it off with a 10mm. It is loose. Now we are in the back of the engine. So now we're in the back of the engine. Near the catalytic converter. It will be best if the engine is cold when doing this because of the cat right here. It's pretty hot. We need to remove this 10mm here. That's the oil cooler line on the left side wheel of the block near the drive shaft. That's the front drive shaft here and the differential. Let's remove those two 10mm. Okay, I'm gonna use once again my Milwaukee here to get it off. So here is my setup. I got an extension, a swivel, and a short tin. Let's take it off. It's a long bolt, by the way. Do the same thing up front, but be ready to put something underneath because you will leak a lot of oil, by the way. A lot of oil. There it is. Let's go. It's out. You come with new bolts, by the way. There it is. Just like that. So here is the new cooler line. I'll post the link in the comment section below. I like to use the cover that comes with the new one. I like to take this cover off, put on the old one so it doesn't leak oil everywhere. I'll take it out. There it is. Now, engine cooler line is loose. Let's pull it out from the top. I already have a cap on it so it won't leak everywhere. Let's pull it. So I have the oil cooler line down. I couldn't really show the process of taking it out like this. Such a pain, but other way you guys can go about it, if you want, is just cut it here. You will make a mess. Cut it here with a knife. That way you get the other one half of it down, and you just put the other half out. Okay, you can go do it that way too. It's perfectly fine. So now let's pull it now. It is loose. There it is. It is loose. Let's pull it out. We're gonna have to wiggle it so it can come out all the way. So now we're about to put the new line in. To do it, you put that in first, or do it at the back of the engine, and don't bolt it yet. And you line up this hole, and you make sure you have the other one on top. All right. It looks something like this. Insert it like this. All right. Push it as far as you can. Okay. You need to wiggle it past the engine mount. As you guys can see, it's all the way back now. Okay, we're gonna twist it so we can line it up onto the top of the engine. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. Now we're going to put the shoulder one, right, the bottom line like this, right. It goes in like this. And we're gonna take the longer one that go all the way to the top. This one, we're going to get it past the transmission line and make it work your way to the top. Now let's line up half of the line to the stud down here. Now if you guys can see the stud, you need to line it up. Okay, it's good down here. And this is lining up perfectly with the engine block right now. There it is, lined up perfectly. I should go from there. Now here is the gasket, right? The side that's the closest to the first bolt goes in is toward the back of the engine, okay? Like this. So basically the gasket will be sitting in the cooler line like this, and okay, and you bolt it up. So it's in right now. All I gotta do is just drive the bolts in to the block and it'll be good. There it is. Let's do it one by one so you don't end up frustrating anything. So everything is tight right now. We're going to move We're going to bolt put the nut in on the side of the engine block near the wiring harness. Now we're back on top of the engine. We're going to line up the lines with that bracket here. This is a bracket, I don't know what to call it. It's like it's clipped in on the side of on the radiator. You need to put it in place. And we're going to put our C-clip. Those C-clip that we moved earlier. I don't know if you guys can see. That C-clip, we have to put them in place. Don't forget those, and make sure you save them, by the way, because they don't come with the new line. You have to buy them separate. Yep, it's in. We'll do the bottom one now. The bottom one is in. We're going to put our line. Going to put it in. Make sure you hear a clip. Okay. Good. And put this cover over it, by the way. Okay. Same thing at the bottom. Alright guys, both lines are in. We are good. Make sure you put this cover back in. And same thing for the bottom one. Put the cover back in. This black thing here. The cover's in. Now let's line this up here with this, so our line doesn't pop off. There it is. And I hear a click. There it is. It's in. Our line is secure. It won't go anywhere. And that's it, guys. That's all it's done. Make sure you give it a few yank. Make sure it's seated, fully seated, and the radiator. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one, guys.